Hello students, welcome in lecture number 9 of subject Public Health Engineering. In previous lecture, we had starts the tests of various characteristics of water. In that we had see the test for the first test for the total solids, then test for the hardness, then the test for the chloride content in water, and last is test for dissolved oxygen. Now in this lecture we are going to see the test for pH. Now see what is a pH value of water. The pH value is the logarithm of the reciprocal of hydrogen ion concentration. pH value is the logarithm, that is a log of reciprocal of hydrogen ion concentration, or the pH value indicates the hydrogen ion concentration into the water. The pH meter is used for measure pH value of water. For measuring pH value, pH meter is used. Now see what is the components of pH meter. The pH meter have 5 components. In that, first is selection switch, that is the on off switch. Then calibration control. The calibration control is used to calibrate the pH meter. Then zero test, that is the when we are going to take the actual reading by this pH meter. First is reading for 0, that is for 0 pH, that is 0 test. Then fourth is temperature compensation control. There is one spelling mistake, it is a temperature. Temperature compensation control means the component of pH meter which can be used for control the temperature. And last one is the electrodes. The electrode of pH meter which can be insert into the water sample. Now see the procedure. Before seeing the procedure, it is the components of pH meter, and the pH meter is looks like DO meter, like that. Some part is like that. We are seeing this pH meter while taking the practicals. Now see the procedure of measuring the pH. First, put main switch of electronic device is on position, that is make the switch of pH meter is on position. Then when point lamp should be glow, allow instrument warm up for 15 minutes. When we are on the switch, then the lamp of pH meter is glow. Then allow that instrument to warm up for 15 minutes. Then after that, the temperature compensate control to read the temperature buffer solution. That is, by using temperature compensation, we can read the temperature of buffer solution, or the solution which can be used for taking the pH test. Now see what is the effects of pH. First, see, it is the procedure of find out the pH of water. For that, we have one pH meter. Then by using this pH meter, we have to on this pH meter. Then after on pH meter, the lamp of pH meter is glow. Then warm up this instrument for 50 minutes. Then measure the temperature of buffer solution which can be used for this pH meter. Then after that, take the sample of water, insert the rod of pH meter into this water, and we can find out the what is the actual value of pH in that water. Now see what is the effects of pH. The effects of pH on water or on human life. If the source of water having pH between 6.5 to 8.5, quality of that water is excellent and acceptable. That is, when any source of water have the pH value between 6.5 and 8.5, then this water is excellent and acceptable. For effective coagulation, it is necessary to maintain pH range 6.5 to 8. For effective coagulation means coagulation is the process in which all particles are settled at the bottom of water and make a thickened layer at the bottom. For this effective coagulation, the pH of water is necessary in range 6.5 to 8. Then water below pH 6.5 is corrosive. That is the water which can have the pH value below 6.5. This water is corrosive. Now see the pH values of water. If the pH of water is greater than 7, then this water is acidic water. Then if the pH of water is less than 7, then this water is alkaline water. When the pH of water is greater than 9.5, then this water is harmful. That is, this water does not use for drinking. When the pH of water is less than 7.5, then this water contains large amount of lead and this is a corrosive water. Or the water which can have pH less than 6.5, then this water is highly corrosive water. Then pH is equal to 7. The value of pH of water is equal to 7, then this water is a neutral water and corrosion is absent. Then if the pH is between 6.5 to 8.5, then this water is a good quality water. And the pH is between 6.5 to 8, then this water have the effective coagulation. Now see, if the pH is greater than 7, water is acidic. If the pH is less than 7, water is alkaline. If the pH is greater than 9.5, then water is harmful. If pH value is less than 7.5, the large amount of lead is present in water and water is corrosive. If the pH is equal to 7, the water is neutral and corrosion is absent. If the pH is between 6.5 to 8.5, this water have the good quality, and the pH is between 6.5 to 8, then this water have the effective coagulation. Now, after pH test, the next test is biological or bacteriological test. The biological or bacteriological test. The water contains many types of bacteria visible only under microscope. That is, the bacteria which will be in water is not visible to normal eyes. Hence, to find out these bacteria, the biological and bacteriological tests are carried out. Then see, what are the common type of bacteria which are present in water? There is a 3 common types of bacteria which can be present in water. First is Aerobacteria aerogeneus, that is A. coli bacteria or A. coli bacteria. Then second is Aerobacterial ecloic, that is C. coli bacteria. Then third is Escherichia coli, that is E. coli bacteria. First is Aerobacterial aerogeneus, that is E. coli bacteria. Then second is Aerobacteria cloac, that is C. coli bacteria. And third is Escherichia coli, that is E. coli bacteria. This is A. coli, C. coli, E. coli It is the families of that bacteria. Just remember these names of bacteria. We don't need the detailed classification of these bacteria. The present count of coli forms can be decided by the testing coli from group of bacteria, that is present of these three bacteria into water is we can find out by testing the water. Now see, the first test is coliform index, that is the number of coli form present in is determined by counting the number of colonies. Colonies means the group of that bacteria. In coliform index, we have to find out, or we can find out the group of that bacteria into the water. This number is expressed in term of number per 100 ml of water is known as the coliform index. That is, in coliform index, we are going to find out the bacteria in terms of numbers per 100 ml water. For the 100 ml water, we find out the numbers or colonies of that bacteria in the coliform index. Then next test is total count test. In total count test, this test is also known as a plate count test. That is, in this test, we are going to find out the total count of bacteria. Bacteria are cultivated on a medium agar. The solution of medium agar, this solution are, or on that solution, the bacteria are get cultivated. Then agar is added to water sample and is placed in a beaker at 20 degrees Celsius for 48 hours and 30 degrees Celsius, 37 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. That is, the agar solution is added into the water sample and this is placed for 20 degrees Celsius for 48 hours and 37 degrees Celsius for 24 hours to find out the total count of bacteria. This is the second test to find out the total count of bacteria. Then third is E. coli test. This test is for the bacteria of third group, that is Escherichia coli. For that bacteria, E. coli test is carried out. E. coli bacteria is most common bacteria in coliform group. Their presence indicates possibility of presence of pathogenic bacteria. That is, when E. coli bacteria are present in water, this can be indicate the pathogenic bacteria are present into the water. Coliform bacteria, which are indicators of pollution, are large numbers and they can be easily detected. That is, the bacteria which has the or which gives the large pollution to the water, these bacteria are easily detected by using this test. Hope you all get this biological or bacteriological test. The biological or bacteriological test is carried out for find out the bacteria into the water. It is only visible for or under the microscope. There is a three types of bacteria. First is aerobacteria, aerogenous, that is E. coli group. Then second is aerobacteria cloac, that is C. coli group. And third is Escherichia coli, that is E. coli groups. Then the presence of these bacteria decided by the testing that coli groups. For that, first test is coliform index. In that, we can determine the presence of bacteria in the form of colonies, that is in the form of groups for the per 100 ml of water. Then second test is total count test. In this test, we are going to find out the total count of bacteria. Then third is E. coli test. This is for the Escherichia coli bacteria. That is, if these bacteria are present into the water, it is a possibility to presence the pathogenic bacteria. These three are the biological or bacteriological tests of water. Remember this. Then next point is sampling of water. Now see what is a sampling of water. Earlier we have discussed the tests of water. Now for that test we need one sample of water. This is the sample of water. That is, for testing of water, sample of water is taken from available sources. That is, for testing water we can take a water sample from available sources. Sample of water should be collected frequently and it will be truly present the water. That is, sample of water should be collected frequently from any source and this sample is truly represent that source of water. Now see what precautions to be taken for collecting water sample, or while collecting water sample, which precautions can be taken. First, if sample is to be collected from tap, sufficient quantity of water should be allowed to pass through the tap before collecting the sample from it. That is, when we are going to collect the water sample from the tap, then we first allow the water to pass through this tap and then after some time we are going to collect the sample. Then second is, if water is to be collected from streams, water samples should be taken at least 40 to 50 centimeter below the surface to avoid collection of surface impurities, oil reuse, etc. That is, when we are collect the water sample from the streams or from the rivers, we does not take this water sample from the surface, because on surface the impurities are present. Then this water sample is collect at least 40 to 50 centimeter deep below the surface of river or streams. Then third is, in case of ground source, that is a river sample collected from well or tube well, sufficient amount should be pumped out before collecting the sample. That is, when we are going to collect the water from the well or tube well or underground sources, we have to first remove or allow to pump out sufficient quantity of water, then we are going to take this water sample. Then next is, or the next precaution is, container should be washed thoroughly. Means the container which can be, or vessel which can be used for collect the water sample is cleaned properly. These are the precautions which are taken for collecting water sample. Then the next point is water quality standards as per IS. As per IS code 10500 and 1983. The water quality standards as per IS code 10500 and 1983. Now see what is a standard of water quality as per this IS code. For first, see this table. First is characteristics, then the what is the value for that characteristics as per IS code. Now see, as per IS code, every characteristics have two values, that is desirable and permissible value. That is a minimum and maximum value of that characteristics. First is for physical characteristics. First physical characteristics is temperature. The desirable value of temperature is 10 degree Celsius and permissible value is 15 degree Celsius. Then second characteristics is color. The desirable value of color of water is 10 degree Celsius and permissible value is 50 degree Celsius on platinum cobalt scale. This scale, platinum cobalt scale, is used for the measuring the color of water. Then next characteristics is order. As per Indian standard, the order of water is objectionable in desirable as well as permissible condition. Then next is turbidity of water. As per Indian standards, the turbidity of water, the desirable value is 5 NTU and permissible value is 25 NTU. NTU is the unit of turbidity, that is a nephelometric turbidity unit. That is, the turbidity is measured in nephelometer, hence the unit of turbidity is nephelometric turbidity unit NTU. The desirable value of turbidity is 5 NTU and permissible is 25 NTU. Now the second is chemical characteristics. Now see the values of chemical characteristics as per Indian standard. For the total dissolved solid, the desirable value is 500 to 1500 mg per liter and permissible value, that is a maximum value, is 3000 mg per liter. Then total hardness, the value of total hardness, there is one mistake in that column. Here the value of total hardness is desirable is 200 and permissible is 600, not 600 and Ca. That is the value of total hardness in desirable is 200 and for permissible it is a 600 mg per liter. Then for chlorides, the desirable value is 250 mg per liter and permissible value is 1000 mg per liter. Remember this total hardness, the value, one correction is here, the value of total hardness is 200 is desirable and 600 is permissible. Then chlorides, the desirable value of chlorides is 250 mg per liter and 1000 mg per liter is desirable value. Then the value of pH, the desirable value of pH is 6.5 to 8.5. Then the permissible value is 6.5 to 9.2. Then the next chemical characteristics is iron, that is Fe. The desirable value is 0.3 mg per liter and permissible value is 1 mg per liter. Now see, next is toxic chemicals. There is a toxic chemicals like arsenic, silver, lead is present into the water. Then the value of arsenic for desirable there is a 0 and permissible 0.2 mg per liter. The minimum value of arsenic as per IS code is 0 and permissible value is 0.2 mg per liter. Then for silver it is a 0, 0. There is a no silver is present in water, then this water is safe. Then the value of lead desirable is 0 and permissible, that is the maximum allowed value is 0.1 mg per liter. Then next characteristics is bacteriological characteristics. The bacteriological present in water, the value of this as per Indian standard desirable is 1 coliform for 100 ml and permissible also 1 coliform for 100 ml. That is, more than 1 coliform value of bacteria is not allowed to the safe water. Hope you all get these values of Indian standard as per IS 10500 and 1983. Hope you all get this point. Here our unit number 1 is finished. Now we can just revise. In this lecture we had see first the test for pH. Now see what is a pH. pH is the value, is the logarithm of reciprocal of hydrogen ion concentration. Then for measuring pH of water, the pH meter is used. Then the components of pH meter are selection switch, calibration control, zero test, temperature compensation control and electrodes. Then the procedure for measuring pH. Then we have see the effects of pH. That is the, if pH is between 6.5 to 8.5, then the quality of that water is excellent and acceptable. Then the pH is between 6.5 to 8, then this water is have effective coagulation. Then the pH of water is below 6.5, then this water is corrosive. Then after that we see the value of pH. If the value of pH is greater than 7, then this water is acidic. Is the less than 7, then this water is alkaline. Is the value of pH is greater than 9.5, then this water is harmful. Then the value of pH is less than 7.5, then this water is corrosive. Then the value of water is equal to 7, then the water is neutral water. And the value of pH is between 6.5 to 8.5, then the water is have good quality. And the value is between 6.5 to 8, then the water have effective coagulation. Then the next test is biological or bacteriological test. There is a 3 common types of bacteria. First is Aerobacteria aerogeneous, that is A. coli group. Second, Aerobacteria cloacae, that is C. coli group. Third is Escherichia coli, that is C. E. coli group. Then for that 3 tests are taken to find out the bacteria. First is coliform index, second is total count test, third is E. coli test. Then we had see the sampling of water. Then precautions to be taken while collecting the sampling of water. Then we have see the water quality standard as per IS code. Here our first unit is finished. In next lecture we are going to revise this unit again point wise. Hope you all get these concepts in this lecture. Thank you.